You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to put his foot into this one, and we are underway from Indianapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and...
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now Minshew. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It was third and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Texans nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
Break! Check break!
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Minshew. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Hull. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they... And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Steps away to his left. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Minshew. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Minshew sets to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And the Texans will take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw again. pass is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. He's got him in. Complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. On the counter, this is Moss. And he's got room. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun is Minshew. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Houston.
Again, he'll drop to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw here. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play by Eric Johnson. Hits the backfield, brings him down for a loss on the play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Pollard will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Texans 7. Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the... So we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw it to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Complete to number 88. It's a gain of 6.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Isaiah McKenzie with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the jump.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a 2nd one, that's on you. And if there's a 3rd one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And the Texans first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll throw now on the final play. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Pull. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Minshew, 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And they'll try to run the option here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Jackson, 26 yards.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
They're going to try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Texans take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hull. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Hull, and he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run on 1st down. Hull, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understand